Lord, I come before you today with a broken heart as I see how political differences have divided our family. As a mother and wife, I feel deep pain when I see those I love growing apart because of differing opinions. I know that you know every thought, every tear I shed as I lie in bed at night wondering how to restore harmony to our home. The Sunday table, once a sacred time of fellowship, has now become a minefield of tension and unspoken words. I recognize that I need your wisdom to navigate these turbulent waters, for my heart yearns for reconciliation. At this time, I ask that you help me to be an instrument of peace in the midst of chaos. When arguments become heated and voices are raised, may I find in you the serenity to remain calm and the compassion needed to understand different perspectives. I know that you have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and moderation. Help me to exercise this love that transcends ideological barriers, that goes beyond partisan differences and reaches the hearts of those who think differently than I do. In your word, I find the perfect example of how to love unconditionally, even when circumstances seem adverse. Lord, I sometimes wonder how we got to this point. How did we allow political opinions to become more important than our family ties? I confess that there are times when I feel helpless in the face of this situation, as if I were watching my family fall apart without being able to do anything. But then I remember that you are the God who restores, who unites what is broken, and who can transform even the most difficult situations into opportunities for growth and learning. I ask that you give me discernment to know when to speak and when to be silent, when to argue and when to simply listen with an open heart. I place before you each member of my family, especially those with whom I have had the most difficulty relating due to political differences. May you touch their hearts as you have touched mine, showing them that family love is more precious than any ideology. Help us to remember the happy times we have shared together, the stories that unite us, the bonds that were built long before any political discussion entered our lives. May we look at each other and see not adversaries, but brothers, children, fathers and mothers who share a common history. I recognize that I need your strength to overcome my own prejudices and judgments. At times, I realize that I also contribute to the distance when I cling too tightly to my own convictions. Help me to develop a more compassionate heart, capable of seeing beyond differences and finding common ground that brings us closer together. May I be an example of tolerance and understanding, even when it seems impossible. May your grace enable me to reach out in reconciliation, even when there is resistance from the other side. In this moment of reflection, I ask that you teach me to practice true forgiveness. Forgive me for the harsh words that were said, for the moments of tension that could have been avoided, for the hasty judgments we made of one another. May I be the first to take the step toward reconciliation, even when it means acknowledging my own mistakes and asking for forgiveness. Help me to build bridges where others see only walls, to find paths of dialogue where there seems to be only discord. Lord, as I meditate on your word, I remember that we are called to be peacemakers. May I exercise this ministry within my own home, beginning with small gestures of love and understanding. May each act of kindness, each loving word, each moment of attentive listening be a seed planted in the soil of family reconciliation. Help me not to give up when the path seems difficult, when attempts to reach out are rejected, or when discouragement knocks on the door of my heart. I ask that you especially bless the times when we gather as a family. May these gatherings be opportunities for healing and restoration, not for further conflict and division. May we learn to celebrate what unites us rather than focusing on what divides us. Grant us the wisdom to set healthy boundaries in conversation, to know when to change the subject, and how to maintain peace without compromising our convictions. May each meal shared be a chance to reconnect and strengthen family bonds. For those who are watching, we have available in the first pinned comment an ebook called Don't Think, Trust and Surrender, which can help alleviate the main symptoms of anxiety. Remember that this is not a substitute for specialized professional support. Lord, guide each person who is praying with us at this time, especially those who are facing similar situations in their families. May they find in you the strength they need to promote peace and unity in their homes. I pray for every heart broken by political division, for every family facing conflicts similar to mine. May you give us the wisdom to prioritize love above all ideology, to value our relationships more than our opinions. Help us remember that, far beyond our political choices, we are united by eternal bonds of love and blood. May we be instruments of your peace, bringing reconciliation and harmony to our homes and circles. I ask that you strengthen my faith when discouragement tries to overwhelm me. May I be able to see beyond my current circumstances and trust that you are working behind the scenes, moving hearts and transforming minds. Help me to keep alive the hope that one day our family will be united again, that wounds will be healed, and that we will learn to respect our differences without allowing them to divide us. May I be persistent in prayer, interceding not only for my family, but for all families facing similar challenges. Lord, I recognize that fear has often guided my actions. Fear of losing important relationships, fear that divisions will become permanent, fear that our family will never be the same again. But your word teaches me that perfect love casts out all fear. Help me to act with love in every situation, even when it seems difficult or even impossible. May I be courageous enough to take the first steps toward reconciliation, trusting that you are in control. Amid the political tensions that divide our family, help me to remember that you are the God of unity, not division. May I be a peacemaker in my home, seeking common ground and building bridges of dialogue. Grant me the wisdom to know how to approach sensitive issues without provoking further conflict, how to express my opinions without disrespecting those of others, and how to keep the lines of communication open even when conversations become difficult. Lord, I sometimes wonder if I am doing enough to promote peace in my family. I wonder if my words and actions are truly contributing to reconciliation or if, without realizing it, I am further fueling divisions. I ask that you give me clarity of thought and purity of intentions. May every action I take be motivated by true love, not by the desire to prove myself right or to convince others to think as I do. Help me to see that behind every differing opinion lies a heart that also seeks the best for our nation, even if it is through paths that differ from those I believe to be right. May I develop the ability to truly listen, to seek to understand before being understood, to value the person above their political choices. May you give me a compassionate heart, capable of seeing beyond appearances and touching the wounds that are often hidden beneath heated arguments. Lord, in your infinite wisdom, you know each member of my family deeply. You know their motivations, their fears, their hopes and dreams. I ask that you use this knowledge to work in each heart, including mine, transforming the way we see and relate to one another. May we learn to separate people from their political views, loving them unconditionally as you love us. As I seek your presence in this time of prayer, I recognize that I need your help to maintain my own emotional balance. Family tensions have affected my inner peace, my sleep, and my ability to focus on other important areas of my life. I ask that you restore my mental and emotional peace, that you help me find moments of calm even in the midst of storms, that you teach me to rest in you when the weight of worry seems too great. Help me to be more patient in the process of family reconciliation. Sometimes I want to see immediate results and get frustrated when changes take time to happen. Remind me that you work in your perfect timing, that every little progress is significant, that every moment of tension avoided is a victory. May I celebrate the small advances and keep hope alive even when the road seems long and difficult. Lord, I ask that you especially bless the times when our family can be together without discussing politics. May these precious moments multiply. May we rediscover the joy of simply enjoying each other's company, of sharing stories, of laughing together, of creating new memories. Help us to balance our convictions with our family love, to find healthy ways to express our differences without allowing them to destroy our relationships. I recognize that the process of family healing and restoration can be long and challenging, but I trust that you are the God who makes all things new, who can transform even the most difficult situations into testimonies of your grace and power. Strengthen me to persist in prayer, to keep believing even when I don't see immediate change, to keep my heart open to the work you want to do in our family. I ask that you help me to be an example of unconditional love in my family. May my words and actions demonstrate that healthy relationships can be maintained even in the midst of political differences. Give me the creativity to find ways to express my love and care that transcend ideological barriers, touch hearts, and open doors to reconciliation. You know the weight I carry in my heart when I see how political discussions have stolen our family peace. Help me not to lose perspective on what truly matters, to keep my focus on you and on the eternal values that transcend any political position. May I be a positive influence in my family, someone who promotes unity without compromising my own convictions. Lord, as I continue on this path of seeking family reconciliation, I ask that you give me the strength to persevere. May I not give up when I encounter resistance. May I not lose hope when attempts to reach out seem fruitless. May I not allow discouragement to take hold of my heart. Help me to remember that you are the God of the impossible and that nothing is too difficult for you. I pray for each person watching who can relate to this situation. May they find in you the strength and wisdom they need to deal with their own family divisions. May your love touch each home represented here, bringing healing, restoration, and a new perspective on how we can love one another despite our differences. May each heart be touched by your grace and transformed by your power. Help us create a legacy of love and unity for future generations, showing our children and grandchildren that it is possible to keep families together even in the face of political differences. May they learn from our example that family love is stronger than any ideology, that the bonds that unite us are more important than the opinions that divide us. May we be an inspiration to others who face similar challenges in their families. As I continue to pray, I remember special moments we shared as a family before politics became such a divisive topic. Help us to reclaim that simplicity, that joy of being together without having to agree on everything. May we regain the ability to see each other first as family, as loved ones, before any political labels. May you renew in us a sincere desire to preserve and strengthen our family bonds. May your grace empower us to be agents of change in our families, beginning with small gestures of love and understanding. Help us create a family environment where everyone feels safe to express their opinions without fear of rejection or judgment. May we learn to disagree respectfully, debate lovingly, and keep our relationships intact even when our political views differ. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and share it with someone who needs this word. Subscribe to our channel to receive more prayers that can transform your life. God bless you.